and I am here at Cal Poly SLO. So this is San Luis Obispo, California. I don't think I can zoom in, but if you see all this traffic, all these parents are dropping off their kids right now for registration, and it's move-in week for transfers and new students. And so anyways, my son, I'm waiting for him. He is registering um, for WOW Week, which is, like I said, for new students and transfers, and that there are Egyptian American Muslim women psychopath terrorists screaming in my head, playing with my head, manipulating my mind, so I cannot get emotionally involved with my son. Like blocking receptors in our minds, um, synapses, like your normal processes that that become activated or stimulated and start signaling and firing when you're in, like when you're in your feelings. And they're basically oppressing me from having feelings. So I can't cry. I mean, but I know what's going on with me. So I'm still able to show my son, like I could be here for my son and make it obvious, like I love him and stuff, but they're still playing with my head. And since literally the minute I woke up, it was like, fuck you, bitch, you stupid bitch. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists screaming inside my head. Screaming inside my head. Right now I am driving a rental. We came on a train, me and my mom, my aunt, and my son, and of course we moved him in to his apartment with his new roommates, and we're getting ready to leave in the next 45 minutes or so. I think like hour approximately. And so the terrorists since this morning have been like, it's been like shaking because the women, furthermore, they don't want me to express feelings. They don't want me with my son. They're trying to accomplish several things at once. Make it look like I have no emotions at all. Make me look miserable. So constant screaming in my head, trying to get me to fight, like scream back. Because initially you want to, first you're in a state of shock. Then you start to cry because it won't stop. The terrorists don't stop hurting you. And then when someone continues to push and push and push, they're suffocating me through your crying, you start to want to fight them off. And that is a normal, like bodily, psychological response to being attacked and tortured like this. And so they want to push you out of the shock state and push you out of the crying state. And they want you to look violent and angry so that people around you are afraid of you. And furthermore, they want you feeling embarrassed to say that you hear them in your head. So all day long, they want their victims cussing and screaming and saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm on the phone. Or literally. And making you look like you're irresponsible, like you're violent, people question your, rather than to say, hey, I hear voices in my head and they don't sound normal. Like yesterday, I stopped a woman because I wanted to make it clear that nobody can hear these bitches, because not only are they doing that, so, well, they want to make their victims, they're playing with my head. I was going somewhere with this. So let me just go, side note. Um, what yesterday, so I'll get back to what they're trying to accomplish today with me. But yesterday, I stopped this woman when I went to go rent this car, and I was waiting for my mom to meet me because I don't have a credit card and they require credit cards. So I was waiting and I asked her, I said, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm about to be extremely vulnerable with you, but I'm schizophrenic and I sometimes cannot distinguish if the voices I hear are coming from inside my head or outside. And I hear like screaming, like, do you hear screaming? And she stopped for a second and she looked around and she listened intently and she was like, no, I don't hear anything. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And she's like, oh, I get it. It's okay. This is what you have to do to be grounded. And I'm glad to be here for you. Like, it was really sweet. Um, and mind you, I was also in front of the Enterprise and there were like several cameras because their cars are on the lot. So just like the terrorist talking in my head, screaming because I want to provide so much evidence that these terrorists had more than plenty of opportunities to find out if the voices were in my head or outside in my environment. So being in front of cameras, these psychopaths can listen in on the cameras. They can um hop into someone else's head to see if they hear what I heard. They can do all kinds of shit. The weapon the weapon that they're using, okay, they're playing with she said, monkey, haha, we made you look like a monkey. Um the weapon that they're using in the government basically says if you're going to conduct an investigation, everything's at your disposal. If you don't use anything that like and it's obvious that you have like there's everything here for you to eliminate any possible like to eliminate that it's in the environment or in someone's head and you haven't, you're being kicked off the system and you're going to be investigated the same way basically. So um today, now coming back to today, uh the terrorists talking in my head have been trying to make my son so that he has to go to orientation on his own. They didn't want me to drop him off. This is the very last time in a mom's life that she can drop off her son. And ever. It's college. This is it. After this, he's like, what does he need me for? This is like, you don't realize, like, it's only 12 years of your life and you live 80 years. You're only out of the 80 years that you live. You only have 12 years with your kids to like take them to school and drop them off. That's not you spend more time not taking your kids places and doing things for them than you do. And you realize that when you're like, oh my God, I know it sucks to realize it this late. So I hope someone gets this message. But like you're like, oh my God, time flies by. And this is the very last time I'll get to drop off my son. Like, wow. And so the terrorists talking in my head didn't want me to drop him off because they knew I was discussing it with my mom yesterday. Like, I want to drop him off. It's the last time I get to drop off my son. On top of the fact that we have hold on. Attempt to get my aunt and my mom and me to miss our train. And furthermore, to miss our drop off for the vehicle. So now we're paying double, triple the expenses. Like, this is what they're infamous for, the terrorists talking in my head. They and they almost made me, I was driving and I saw the red light and they play with your spatial distance in your head. Like, they can manipulate it. So I thought the red light that I was approaching was like, I thought it was 2 lights down and not the one that I was at. And I almost drove through it. One of the terrorists talking in my head is spitting in my head. And my son was like, whoa, mom, are you okay? And I was like, no, honestly, no. The voices in my head are they're really aggressive right now. And he was like, are you okay? You sure? And I was like, hold on, like, give me a second. And I got it together. But the terrorists are trying to get me a ticket because I rolled through that line while it was a red light. Uh, these are stupid psycho trash cans, dude. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. They're murderers. They're trying to murder me and my daughter and my family and get away with it using this telepathy, mind control, mind reading war weapon. They're trying to cause us, my sister, the Graves' eye disease. My mom, they want her just tired and sick as a dog. Same with Jessica. She had a murmur. Like they're hurting my family. They're depriving my daughter of having, and like they're hurting her. She's asleep 90% of the day. They're trying to murder us and get away with it. And the whole time I've been here dropping off my son and I'm looking at all these cute girls and they're like, ha ha, you fucking bitch. We ruined your daughter's opportunities, bitch. You in my head. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. Please, women terrorists, I want them sentenced to fucking death. Please. Anyways, my son just called. I'm on my way to go pick him up. He said he's walking from the Union Center. And after that, we're going to go load the van, drop him off back at the apartments, go drop off the car, and then hop on the train, me, my mom, and my aunt. I want the bitches talking in my head sense to death. These are serial killers. They are murdering kids. They are murdering families. They murdered Bernadette Oloskov, David Basili, Daniel Atkins, Mark and Jacob Iskanner, Amina Sarah Saad, Jacob Labib, and 4 other people. And Jacob Labib and his friend are 15. The other girl was a 22-year-old, and then it was 2 other people. I don't know how old they are. And the city wants to prosecute George, who was the driver of that car, who isn't responsible for that accident. He wasn't on drugs or doing anything. They want to charge him with 5 counts of murder. And it was the terrorist talking in my fucking head. This will all come out. I want those bitches to die. I don't give. The stupid bitch is like, you know how that makes you sound? Yes, I'm having a good time, but I have to document a few things before I head out of San Luis Obispo. I want it to be obvious that I'm here. Look at, see it? I rented a car, Mar. Didn't you say you like my Mercedes? So, this is a Wagoneer. This is not a Mercedes. Yeah, the terrorists talking in my head. They're psychopaths. The women are psycho. They need to be sentenced to death. Anyways, I gotta go. Bye, Mar. Have a great day.